200 games. What does that mean to you? Did you think you'd get here?
Certainly not when you're a young bloke. You're just looking forward to playing one game, and then as you go on, you try and play as many as you can because you enjoy it so much. So to make the 200 is, like we always say, is a dream come true, and it certainly is.
What do you look back on fondly over 200 games of AFL footy?
I guess just all the friendships, all the people you meet along the way. I think to me that's the most important stuff that I get out of my footy is the special people you meet along the way.
Is there any one particular highlight of your career?
I think this year for myself, after coming back off of last year, the break, the ban, to be able to come back, I've turned myself into a consistent player for the football club, and that's what I've always strived for as a football player, and I'm achieving that this year.
So you feel like it's your best sustained period of form?
Yeah, definitely. That's what you want to do. You want to be reliable. You want your teammates and your coaches to know exactly what you're going to bring on game day, and I think I'm in a good space this year and bringing that.
So much of your journey was at Essendon, obviously hard times at the end. When you come up to a milestone like this, do you reflect and still think of fondness, or is it hard not to have mixed emotions?
It is mixed emotions, but I look at it as I spent 9 years there, and a lot of that, that made me who I am today, and so I don't look back at it anything negative. That's made me who I am today.
What did that feel like when the ban was lifted? I think you came here at midnight. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, it was a bit of a joke between myself and Kenny. I caught up with him a couple of days before, and he sort of joked about it, about rocking up here at midnight, and I just went along with it, and I said, yeah, I will, then I'll send you a photo, which I did.
Paddy, how do you see yourself now after all these years? Are you a ruckman who goes forward a bit, or are you half ruckman, half forward? How do you view yourself as a player?
I play my best football when I'm a ruckman, and I have little stints in the forward line, and I think that's a big part of why I'm playing good football this year, is because that's my role in the team, and I've always believed that that's the best role for myself, and it's showing this year.
You feel like you have a bit more clarity basically this year?
Definitely. Kenny gave me that. He sort of gave me that word last year, and once he gave me that word, that sort of drove me to get to a position where I am today.
Was there any positive in the ban, as in getting your body right? Because you had almost a whole year of getting yourself physically fit, didn't you?
Yeah. First half of the ban was sort of just to rest up. My first year here at Port Adelaide, I had a few niggles and stuff, so that was a good opportunity to really rest those up, and they've disappeared. So when you look at it from that point of view, it has helped my football and my body.
But you speak about the highlights and meeting people throughout your career and now being in your best form. But what was the most challenging part of your career? Was it perfecting a certain bit of your game, or was it the ban, or was it relationships or moving? What was the most challenging part?
Definitely coming back from the ban was the most challenging part of it all. I went through some years before I got to Port Adelaide, which were hard, but it was certainly took a big toll on me the year off and my family, and just really happy to be able to come back out of that and be a stronger person.
You touched on your fitness a bit there, Paddy. I was talking to someone who's come up against you this year, and they said he's never seen you as big and as fit as you are. Is that a fair statement? Do you feel like this is the best you've been physically? Yeah,
definitely. Certainly feel that, and I'll go out every week and try and inflict that on the opposition, which I have this year, and it's I'm playing good football for the team, and I'm really happy with the way it's gone.
Speaking of that, Brody Grundy, very athletic, tough ruckman. How do you set yourself for that challenge?
You can't really build it up too much. you have to respect the opposition you're coming up against, and he's certainly one of the best ruckmen going around in the AFL at the moment. But I really look forward to the challenge.
You didn't train today? Any particular reason? You definitely
Nah,
did
just getting old. I think Burjo and the guys want to freshen me up leading into the 200. So no, I just did a session inside with a couple of the other boys.
What type of session was it this morning?
We call it a sweat box. So you might have heard a few of the players talk about it, where you get inside and they crank the heater, and you're on the weight bearing machine. So yeah, just off legs today, rest the legs up.
What was it like playing Essendon? Did the booing get to you at all?
Nah, not really. I was more worried about what was going on the ground, and they played a really strong game. But the booing, I don't really care about it.
Was it a surprise?
Nah, I knew there would be some. I prepared for that, so it wasn't a surprise for me, and it didn't worry me at all.
Last one.
Any issues with the leg?
Nah, that's just my ruck shin. So every ruckman gets sore after games, and I'm one of them. So yeah, just got to ice it up.